Did you know that your date of birth hides powerful secrets about your destiny and spiritual growth? Buddhist wisdom reveals that behind every number, there are karmic lessons that shape who we are and the trials we face. However, few people are aware of this hidden truth. Perhaps you are facing obstacles that seem to never disappear. Issues in relationships, career challenges, or even struggles with your own self-esteem. But what if I told you that these challenges are not random? What if there is a way to understand and overcome these difficulties, transforming your karma into a positive force in your life? In this episode, you will discover how the simple sum of your date of birth can unlock a deep understanding of your life purpose and help you achieve the happiness and success you've always dreamed of. Get ready to dive into secrets that few people know, which can change your life in surprising ways. Curious about how all of this works? Then don't waste any time. Sign up now and take the first step to unlock the transformative power that your karma holds. Karmic influence is like a cosmic reflection, something that shapes our journey from the moment of birth. Your date of birth, seemingly a simple detail, carries a spiritual weight that few can recognize at first glance. It becomes a hidden map, revealing recurring patterns and challenges that we face repeatedly throughout life. Imagine how these often invisible patterns affect your relationships, decisions, and even your greatest achievements. Buddhist wisdom, with its millennia of depth, teaches us that these cycles are opportunities for personal development and self-awareness. A deep reflection on your birth can be the key to understanding why certain obstacles seem to reappear, bringing a new perspective on overcoming challenges and discovering your life purpose. If you've ever wondered why certain challenges seem to follow you like a shadow, the answer may be rooted in these karmic patterns. Bringing to light issues of self-esteem and confidence, it's possible to see that, often, life is simply repeating lessons we have yet to learn. People who struggle to maintain relationships or find satisfaction in their careers may discover that these barriers are not mere coincidences, but part of a cycle that requires resilience and reflection. Overcoming obstacles in this sense goes beyond conscious effort. It is a journey of self-discovery that begins with understanding our karmic influence. When we grasp these influences, we are, in fact, paving the way for success and personal fulfillment. Everything seems to align when we recognize that the challenges we face are, in fact, disguised opportunities. Look at the examples of great spiritual leaders and thinkers. Many have discovered that their happiness and positivity came from embracing these lessons, not avoiding them. By reflecting on the life lessons suggested by your date of birth, you may unlock an inner motivation that seemed dormant. And this awakening brings with it a profound sense of gratitude. Let's take as an example someone born during a period that, according to karmic astrology, brings emotional trials. Such a person, when faced with challenges in relationships, may feel frustration and helplessness. However, by embracing spirituality and self-awareness, this same individual can transform these difficulties into springboards for personal growth. Here lies the importance of recognizing the lessons that life insists on teaching us. The pursuit of emotional well-being and genuine happiness becomes a natural consequence of this deeper understanding. Karmic influence, then, is not about a fixed destiny or punishment. On the contrary, it is a constant opportunity for development. The secret lies in seeing challenges as bridges to success and life purpose rather than obstacles. By understanding these cycles, we can act more consciously, breaking negative patterns and embracing a life of greater achievement and balance. After all, by recognizing these cycles, we can stop fighting against the current and instead navigate with it. This creates an environment of greater gratitude and lightness on the journey of life. This understanding opens the door to the next step, discovering your karmic number, a powerful tool for interpreting the cycles you are experiencing. This simple calculation, involving your date of birth, can reveal much about the traits you need to develop and the lessons your soul seeks to learn. It is not magic, but a practical way to transform unconscious patterns into conscious actions, helping you move forward with more confidence on your path of personal evolution. Now that we have begun to unveil the karmic influences shaping your life, it's time to explore the practice behind it. How to calculate your karmic number and what it truly means. After all, each number carries a unique message, and by discovering yours, you can finally understand the specific challenges you are destined to overcome. Let's continue this journey of discovery and growth together, unraveling what the numbers have to say about your trajectory. Calculating your karmic number is a simple yet profoundly meaningful process. By adding the digits of your day, month, and year of birth, you reveal the number that carries the most important lessons for your personal development. Imagine this number as a spiritual compass, guiding you toward your greatest transformations. This practice, utilized in esoteric and spiritual traditions, has the power to bring to light aspects of your life that you may have never consciously considered. For example, if you are constantly struggling with issues of self-esteem, confidence, or even resilience, your karmic number may explain why these challenges keep arising. The practice is straightforward. Sum the digits of your birth date until you obtain a number between 1 and 9. If your birth date is December 3, 1985, for instance, you would add 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5, resulting in the number 29. Since this is still a two-digit number, you would add again 2 plus 9, leading to the number 11, which then sums to 1 plus 1, revealing the karmic number 2. This simple process can open doors to profound reflections on your tendencies and behaviors. Each number carries a particular vibration, a specific lesson that your soul is seeking to integrate in this life. When you recognize this lesson, you can begin to work on it consciously. But what does this mean in practice? Your karmic number is not a sentence. It is an invitation for transformation. If your karmic number is 5, for instance, you may be destined to learn about freedom and self-mastery. People with this number often feel trapped in routines or restrictive environments, and by acknowledging this tendency, they can take practical steps to develop more independence and flexibility in their lives. This self-awareness can be transformative, not only in the spiritual realm but also in daily decisions, such as changing jobs, pursuing new hobbies, or opening up to new friendships. Interestingly, when you calculate your karmic number, you are not only discovering challenges. You are, in fact, identifying your strengths. For example, someone with a number may first discover a great potential for leadership, and life is calling for that person to develop more confidence and assertiveness. Practically speaking, this could mean taking on new responsibilities at work or within the family, even if it initially feels challenging. The life lessons associated with your karmic number offer a fresh perspective on obstacles, transforming them into stepping stones toward success and personal fulfillment. Additionally, the process of calculating your karmic number fosters a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the learning opportunities, for the people who cross your path, and even for the difficulties that seem to persist. This recognition that everything at its core is part of a larger process of personal growth can bring peace and satisfaction. Positivity becomes a conscious choice, and personal development flows more naturally and intuitively. There is great power in accepting that these challenges are merely trampolines to a fuller and more fulfilling life. Another fascinating aspect of the karmic number is that it can be shared among people. Often, when calculating the numbers of friends, family members, or even colleagues, you may uncover similar patterns. This can help improve relationships by understanding that everyone is dealing with their own karmic lessons. By recognizing these lessons in the people around you, you can cultivate more empathy and patience, understanding that we are all at different stages in our journeys of overcoming and self-discovery. Now that you have the formula to calculate your karmic number, it's time to begin reflecting on how it manifests in your life. What patterns can you recognize? What challenges or strengths keep emerging? This reflection is the first step toward transforming spiritual lessons into practical actions that promote your growth and well-being. By identifying your number, you can finally see the path ahead with clarity, confidence, and purpose. This discovery paves the way for a new phase in your spiritual journey. Conscious evolution. When you understand the lessons your number carries, you can begin to work actively and intentionally on your growth. And this growth, contrary to what many believe, is not punitive but a powerful tool for transformation. Let's explore this further in the next step of this journey of self-awareness. Spiritual evolution is a continuous journey, and the concept of karma is a fundamental piece of this puzzle. Contrary to popular belief, karma is not a punishment. In fact, it serves as a compass that guides us toward the necessary transformations for our development. When we understand that the difficulties we face are, in reality, lessons life presents to us, our perspective shifts. Facing these challenges with this new outlook allows us to overcome obstacles more lightly, based on gratitude for all they teach us. Imagine a person who continuously encounters difficulties at work, always confronted with issues of leadership or teamwork. Instinctively, this person may believe they are being punished for something. But the truth is that these repetitive situations can be a golden opportunity to develop resilience, patience, and even conflict management skills. True spiritual evolution occurs when a person stops resisting these challenges and starts to see them as chances for personal growth. This fosters a genuine motivation to approach life with greater lightness and confidence. To understand how this evolution happens, it's necessary to recognize the patterns that repeat in our lives. Have you ever noticed how some situations, no matter how different they seem, end up triggering the same feelings or problems? This is not coincidence. These karmic patterns reveal exactly where we need to work to become better versions of ourselves. A practical example would be someone who constantly faces rejection in their romantic relationships. Instead of viewing this as a personal failure, this person can use the experience as a moment of reflection, seeking to understand what these cycles are trying to teach. Spiritual evolution is not about striving for perfection but making small conscious changes along the way. When you understand your karmic patterns, you have the opportunity to make decisions more aligned with your life's purpose. For instance, if you recognize a tendency to avoid confrontation and see how it hampers your relationships, you can begin practicing assertive communication and honesty. This small change can create a massive impact on your well-being, fostering a sense of accomplishment and positivity in your daily life. Another important aspect of this evolution is confidence. As we learn from karma, we start to trust the process of life more. Even in the most challenging moments, when everything seems to go wrong, there is a thread of hope, knowing that every challenge carries a lesson. Over time, this builds a solid foundation of self-esteem, as each time we overcome an obstacle, we become stronger and better prepared for the next. This confidence is what allows us to move forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Spiritual evolution is also deeply connected to gratitude. When you begin to see your challenges as opportunities, a feeling of gratitude becomes inevitable. You start to be thankful for the small victories, for moments of reflection, and even for difficulties, as they push you to grow. This constant state of gratitude generates positive energy around you, attracting more happiness and well-being into your life. Happiness, in this context, ceases to be a distant goal and transforms into a daily practice, fueled by your spiritual evolution. Lastly, it's important to remember that this evolution has no endpoint. Spirituality is a continuous journey, and there is always more to learn and grow. By accepting that karma is always guiding us, we begin to appreciate the process more, rather than focusing solely on the end result. Every small lesson, every overcoming, brings us closer to a life filled with purpose and personal fulfillment. This cycle of constant learning is what keeps us moving, always seeking to become better versions of ourselves. Understanding karma in this way opens the door to profound transformation. Now that you grasp how karma acts as a tool for evolution, the next step is to discover how it directly influences your personal growth. Each karmic number carries a specific and unique lesson that, if embraced, can accelerate your spiritual journey and help you achieve the success you desire. The karmic number you calculate reveals unique lessons that drive your personal growth. For example, if your number is 1, it carries the theme of leadership and identity. Life is always asking you to take control of situations, assert yourself, and be confident. This may seem challenging, especially if you tend to hide or avoid responsibilities. However, personal growth comes precisely from facing these challenges. Each time you take the initiative, you develop more confidence and autonomy, paving your way to success. Now, if your number is 2, the focus shifts completely. Here, the emphasis is on cooperation, harmony, and emotional balance. People with this number are naturally inclined to seek peace and avoid conflict. However, their personal growth lies in learning to balance their emotions without sacrificing their own happiness or allowing others to make decisions for them. A practical example would be learning to say no when necessary, without guilt or fear of disappointing others. This strengthens self-esteem and promotes healthier relationships based on mutual respect. Each karmic number brings with it a series of opportunities and challenges that, if well embraced, can lead to incredible personal growth. The number 3, for instance, is related to creative expression and communication. If you have this number, your life will call you to explore ways to express yourself, whether through art, writing, or even in how you interact with others. The lesson here is to learn to communicate your ideas and emotions clearly and authentically. Embracing your creativity is not just a matter of talent, but of finding your voice and using it with confidence, overcoming the fear of criticism. On the other hand, the number 4 is connected to discipline and building solid structures. People with this number are challenged to create stable foundations, whether in their careers, relationships, or spiritual lives. They are naturally hard workers, but sometimes they can get lost in a rigid routine or become overly focused on results. The secret to personal growth here is to learn to balance effort and pleasure, leaving room for well-being and happiness. This way, it's possible to achieve fulfillment without feeling overwhelmed or trapped in an exhausting routine. Recognizing your karmic number is important not just for the lessons it brings, but also for the opportunities for overcoming challenges. Take the number 5, which is about freedom and change. For someone with this number, life will constantly present situations that require flexibility and adaptation. If you struggle with change, this may seem daunting, but it is actually an opportunity to develop a more open and resilient mindset. Life calls you to be more fluid, to accept the unexpected, and to find happiness in new experiences. Another interesting example is the number 6, which is linked to service and responsibility. People with this number often find themselves in caregiving or community leadership roles. The challenge here is to balance the need to help others with self-care. Sometimes, these individuals end up sacrificing too much, placing the needs of others above their own. Personal growth comes from learning to set healthy boundaries and taking care of oneself without feeling guilty. This, in turn, strengthens self-esteem and allows the person to continue helping others in a more balanced and sustainable way. Finally, it is essential to remember that each number carries a unique message, and by embracing these lessons, you move closer to a more fulfilled and happy life. Understanding your karmic number is like receiving a manual for your personal development. From this knowledge, you can make more conscious choices aligned with your values and life purpose. As you grow, you begin to attract more positivity and well-being, living with greater confidence and resilience, knowing you are on the right path. Now that we understand how karmic numbers directly influence our personal growth, we can begin to see karma not as a burden but as an opportunity for transformation. Let's explore in the next section how this transformation occurs and how we can turn karma into positive energy for our lives. Karma, when understood and worked with correctly, is a powerful opportunity for personal transformation. Although many view it as a form of punishment, the truth is that it represents a continuous cycle of learning. When you start to recognize karmic patterns in your life, you can transform them into positive energy, redirecting challenges toward your growth. Each obstacle that arises is, in fact, a chance for resilience, self-discovery, and, above all, personal development. Instead of resisting, learning to flow with karma can be the key to overcoming obstacles more easily. Think about those situations where you feel constantly stuck in the same problems. Perhaps it's at work, struggling to advance in your career, or in relationships, where negative patterns seem to repeat. Karma offers you the opportunity to break these cycles, but for that, it's necessary to face these lessons with a new mindset. For example, if you consistently face difficulties with communication, it is a sign that this is an area where you need to invest more time and energy. This could involve anything from reading books on effective communication, like Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug, to daily practices of listening more and speaking clearly. The idea of karma as an opportunity also involves gratitude. When you begin to see challenges as learning tools, it is natural to develop a deep sense of gratitude. This gratitude not only generates well-being, but also transforms your energy. By being thankful for obstacles, you start to view them as opportunities for growth rather than impediments. This elevates your self-esteem, as each overcoming is a victory, no matter how small. The resilience you develop along this journey becomes a powerful tool for facing future challenges. always with confidence and optimism. Moreover, karma invites us to make more conscious choices. Instead of reacting automatically to problems, you start to act more intentionally, based on the patterns you identify. This transforms how you handle adversities, fostering a positive cycle of actions and results. If, for example, you notice a pattern of procrastination, karma challenges you to take practical steps to break that cycle. Something as simple as breaking large tasks into small daily steps could be the transformative action you need. Another important aspect of karma as opportunity is the notion of self-healing. When you work on karmic lessons, you are also healing deep wounds and transforming your life. This can include emotional patterns from childhood, behaviors inherited from past generations, or even traumas from previous lives, depending on your beliefs. By transforming these negative energies, you are clearing your path and making room for success and personal fulfillment. The process may involve therapies, meditations, or even the simple act of writing about your experiences and feelings, allowing them to be released. This journey of transformation is not linear. Often, when dealing with karma, you may feel like you are taking one step forward and 2 steps back. This is part of the process. The important thing is to keep your focus on learning and overcoming. Every small step counts, and over time, you will begin to notice significant changes in your life. The feeling of well-being and happiness becomes a constant, and you start living in a way that is more aligned with your life purpose. After all, karma is always guiding us, and when we accept it as an opportunity, we can see life from a higher perspective. Finally, it's important to remember that we all face our own karmic challenges. No one is exempt from difficulties, but the difference lies in how we respond to them. When you view karma as an opportunity for growth, your life transforms. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle now becomes a stepping stone to success. This is the true beauty of karma. It doesn't punish us, it prepares us. By embracing this reality, you begin to attract more positivity and success in all areas of your life. Now that you understand karma as a chance for transformation, the next step is to start taking action. The key is to apply these teachings to your daily life, seizing every challenge as an opportunity for personal growth. Let's explore how this can be done practically, turning negative patterns into a continuous source of positive energy. Now that you know the secrets your birth date can reveal about your karma, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to apply these lessons and transform your life? Karma isn't something we need to fear. It's a powerful tool for evolution. What recurring patterns in your life do you wish to change? How can you start applying this wisdom to overcome the obstacles that hold you back from reaching your true potential? Reflecting on these questions is the first step towards a fuller, more purposeful life. When you view karma as an opportunity for growth, difficulties turn into trampolines for success, happiness, and personal fulfillment. So, what will you do next? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning more about how your birth, spirituality, and destiny are connected. And for those curious about the next steps on this journey of self-discovery, don't miss the upcoming video. What does your birth month reveal about your spirit animal? Surprising insights from Buddhist teachings. It's time to discover more about who you truly are. It seems like there is no specific text provided above for me to translate. Please provide the text you'd like translated, and I'll be happy to assist you.